Mic testing now. Mic testing now.
A pleasant good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Parambears Sports Complex in Rydell, Georgia, for the National Women's Cricket League 2025 Stride Atlanta Women's Open. This is a 25-over tournament. And today's match featuring one of the top teams in the league versus one of the not-so-top teams in the league, CovetIT Daredevils and the SkyBreakers. SkyBreakers winning the toss, and under relatively pleasant conditions, but with a moist, damp outfield, choosing to bowl first. And as of right now, that decision feels like it's the right one, because the CovetIT Daredevils are off to a slow start. We are into the fourth over. The first delivery bowled in the fourth over, being bowled by Kirtana Boya. She bowled the second over, conceded 2 runs. Other opening bowler, Arohi Panchwag, has bowled 2 overs, and her 2 overs have only gone for 3 runs in between them. So with that wide to start over number 4, only 6 runs are on the board. And so the decision to bowl first seems to be the right one here for the SkyBreakers. Again, they've played 1, they've lost 1. CovetIT Daredevils played 2, won 2, so they're at the top of the division. And this is, maybe think of it as a battle of the haves versus the have-nots. That's played into the covers. Should be just a single. Running has been a little bit tricky so far. It looks like, again, wet, moist conditions, a lot of dew overnight. The groundskeepers did a good job of sort of getting rid of much of that dew, but it's still relatively wet. And you get the sense that it would be much better conditions for batting later on. As of right now, just a little bit slippery, just a little bit damp. So a couple of deliveries here into over number 4. These are 25-over matches. So for the first 6 overs, the first 36 legal deliveries, only 2 fielders allowed outside of the inner circle, the 23-yard circle. That is skied. It could be a catch. Put down. In fact, not really put down. She really got nowhere near the fielder running around from backward point. That is Shiba Reddy Kota, not quite judging it effectively, and ended up having that ball drop in front of her. So they can see the single here, where there really should have been the first wicket of the day. So that won't make the captain, Stravia Kanamori, feel any better. But she will be buoyed by the fact that the bowler is still holding a really strong team to just a few runs per over. As of right now, the strike rate, or the scoring rate, is 2.29 and over. That single down the ground makes it a little bit better. Scoring rate is up to 2.45, but still nowhere near what you'd expect from one of the top teams, and at least statistically right now, the top team in the league. 2 balls remaining here in over number 4. I believe that you saw that signal from umpire Noel Varghese. Umpire standing at the square leg currently is the great Petal Samuels, longtime servant of women's cricket here in the Georgia area and indeed throughout the U.S. And really good to see that there are those former players who are still giving to the game in every way that they can, and that's certainly the case with Petal, who recently, by the way, got her Hall of Fame ring, so she's now Hall of Fame Petal Samuels. Anyway, last ball coming up here in over number 4. Powered, and this is going to go down the ground. That will get all the way to the fence. That is a good looking shot, maybe a little bit too short. The bowler at that time, not quite pitching it up the way she wanted to Kirtana Boya, and it was hammered straight down the ground. And the first boundary of the day is what you just saw. So productive over for the most part, and that very last ball of the over put away in style. So ends up with 8 runs coming from over number 4. End of over 4, the score is 13 without loss. So 13 without loss. Again, these are 25 over matches, so each bowler is limited to 5 overs. Arohi Panchwag is about to bowl her 3rd over, 5th over of the innings. And again, the power play is the first 6 overs, the first 36 legal deliveries. So maybe just signs from that last ball of over number 4. The CovetIT Daredevils are looking to shake out of the doldrums. Scoring rate has been very slow, but they're, I think, from that last over, showing some intent and looking to start accelerating. Good delivery, wants a single. Tell you what, a quick pickup, and not the best, not the strongest of throws coming in from short extra cover. So they'll get a single. That puts you in a position now where the scoring rate maybe just picking up a little bit more than what it had been. Again, as of 3 deliveries ago, the scoring rate was still 2.29 and over, ticking upwards to 3.36. So you're looking to see if you can get somewhere beyond what the projected score of 84 looks like right now. As of right now, the projected score after that dot ball is 81. You'll certainly want a lot more than that. And a runner ball, of course, you're playing in a 25 over match, so 150 legal deliveries. Run the ball obviously gets you to 150. I would think somewhere between 130 and 160 is where they'd be aiming as of right now. Projected score of 81 means they have some work to do. Nevertheless, this opening pair, that really should have been broken a couple of several deliveries ago. Opening pair now still pushing on to maybe get through the tricky portions of this innings. Again, moist, wet, damp conditions. Pitch is just a little bit soft, so the ball not coming onto the bat the way that the batters would like. Play it to square leg. I tell you what, they immediately take a single, and good commitment to running. You hear the loud call between the 2 batters. You do want to see that, because that communication obviously is what's key when you're not having the runs flow to the extent that you'd like for them to. You certainly can put yourself in the position of picking up singles where they present themselves. Looks to play that cut shot. Missing out on that attempted cut. Good collection by wicketkeeper Sahasra Gorla. We're down to the last ball over number 5. 7 deliveries remaining inside the power play. As of right now, just 1 fielder outside the circle. You're allowed as many as 2. 1 fielder at deep mid wicket. Everyone else is inside the circle. Very full. And it's played into that sort of backward point area. Dot ball finishes out over number 6. Make that over number 5. 2 runs coming from the over. Good comeback over after the last one where a few runs were scored. But that's vice grip continues here from the SkyBreakers, and the 5-15 without loss.
No. Because only thing is defined. So if you have questions, you can hold on the side and check it and say balls count already. If say player name you need baller name. If you need baller name, hold it and ask the baller. But if you're not getting the baller name, then you can on the side.
So 5 overs bowled, 15 without loss, make that 16 without loss after that wide ball to start over number 6. Kirtana Boya now into her third over. 2 overs before this one, conceded 10 runs, but her first over went for 2, 8 from her second, so a little bit more expensive in that second over. And then starting here over at number 3, her third over, the 6th of the innings with a wide. So just a handful, really just a couple of extras so far, those 2 wides. And Kirtana Boya, excellent bowler. And that one is where she wants it, just on that line of off stump. In fact, on the 4th stump line. Tentative poke is missed here by the batter, Ayushi Singh. Ayushi Singh, right-handed batter, 8 from 17 so far. Sanavi Kambalapali, 6 from 14, so watchful start by the 2 batters. Yet another wide signaled here by umpire Noel Varghese. So 17 runs on the board, 3 of which are wides. And you want, of course, to keep the pressure on. Pressure that has been developed for the most part by excellent bowling, but just a few signs in the last couple of overs that bowling isn't quite as accurate as it had been. Come back here though, it's a dot. So last 4 deliveries coming up here inside the power play. A long way to go in this match, but again, I think somewhere around 130 to 150 would be the target. As of right now, the projection is around 80, so you'll certainly need a lot more than that. Deliver again, going past the outside edge, so maybe just quite finding the line and the length here. Kirtana Boya, you expect for her to do that. A very good bowler historically, Kirtana Boya, and you've seen evidence of that over the years as she's played in the various women's tournaments throughout the country. Skied toward, long off, put down. It was in the air for a long time, long off, went over in position. I think judged it well, but just not able to complete that catch. So that is the second drop. Seen Ayushi Singh and Sanavi Kambalapali put down now. So you have to be careful with that because you don't want to keep giving good batters chances. Kirtana Boya, historically throughout all women's tournaments, 278 matches, 1,624 runs, and 183 wickets. So tremendous record for her. And this is yet another good delivery. Once again, could have had a wicket, should have had a wicket. And that ball really just should have been taken it long off. Put down, now we have 1 ball remaining here inside the power play. Looking to make sure that they keep things very quiet. Sanavi Kambalapali on strike. There's a beat mid-wicket in place for her for that cross-batted shot. Skied. Is there another chance here? No. Put down once again. A very catchable ball is not taken. 2 more runs, add insult to injury. And that is something that the coaching staff and the leadership of the SkyBreakers will not be happy with. 3 catches put down so far, 2 in this over. End of over number 6. The score is 20 without loss. So Rhea Alok Patel is the new bowler coming from the northern end of the ground. And if the saying catches when matches is accurate, then it can also be that converse of that is also true. You drop a lot of catches, and you can't expect to win very many matches. Again, this is Riyalak Patel. Good delivery. Good pace on that delivery too. Good bounce. Ends up with a good delivery on the stumps, maybe just short of driving length. Defended off the back foot. So Riyalak Patel, a right-handed bowler, bowling over the wicket. Two right now. Ayushi Singh. Ayushi Singh 9 from 21. Partner Sanabi Kambalapali 8 from 16. Partnership now worth 20. Another good delivery. Two solid deliveries to start her day with the ball here, Riyalak Patel. And sometimes you can get maybe a little, might feel hard done by a couple of drops, but the best way to counteract that is to come back and bowl well. Good couple of deliveries here by Riyalak Patel. So we'll wait and see exactly how the game develops from here, but you're not outside the power play, so some more protection in the deep. You can have as many as 4 in the non-power play overs. As of right now, SkyBreakers choosing to only have 2. There's a deep mid-wicket and a long on. 3 straight dots to start over number 7. Excellent bowling on the way here by Riyalak Patel. Here, the support of her teammates, sort of trying to make sure that she knows that they're behind her. Now, mid-off, being brought up inside the circle. A bit of an aggressive move here. Tapped around the corner, should just get 1. But with the length that she's bowling here, Riyalak Patel, that's not a bad ploy. With mid-off inside the circle, you certainly don't want to bowl too full, but everything that she's bowled so far, Riyalak Patel, has been short of driving lengths. You don't need mid-off back on the boundary if you're going to bowl that length. Interestingly now though, you've moved the bowler or the batter. Or moved Rishika, who is at mid-off, back to long off. So you're expecting for Sanavi Kambalapali to go big over the top and maybe even use her feet to try to get to those deliveries, because the length that she's bowling here, Riyalak Patel, is not one that allows for the ball to be driven down the ground. Excellent bowling, just 1 run from the over so far, 1 ball remaining. And this, again, is the best way to counteract. It's called indifferent fielding. 3 catches put down already. The last put down was Sainabi Kambalapali in the last over. She was on 6 then. She now has 8. Looking to see if she can capitalize on that. Quick single, that's well run. So you get 2 runs from over number 7. A good start with the ball for Riyalak Patel. End of 7, the score is 21. Make that 22 without loss.
How are you? Hania, na bowler? Huh?
So 7 overs bowled, 22 runs on the board. Current run rate 3.14, so the projection is probably a little bit less than what the leadership team, including Coach Clint Copeland, would want to see. And this feels like a bit of a squeezing of the noose, because after you saw Riyalak Patel with that 1 over, 2 runs conceded, the new bowler coming in now is going to be looking to try to continue squeezing the life out of this batting order. The bowler into the attack is going to be Saida Ania Zira. Saida, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but bowling from the southern end of the ground. Opening partnership of 22. She'll be bowling here to Sainavi Kamala Pali. Look out for deep mid wickets. Look out for long off. I'll make that long on. She's shown signs in the last couple of overs, Sainavi Kamala Pali, wanting to go in that direction. And as of right now, mid on is inside the circle. Well, hammered, and it's going to run away for 4. Gets the line wrong down the leg side, and any batter will want to put those away. She pounces all over it, Sainavi Kamala Pali. It's a gift. First ball of over number 8, put away for 4. So you're going to want, of course, to get that ball more on the line of off stump. You're certainly going to want a fuller length than that. Fine leg is inside the circle. Fine leg is now being dropped back to the rope. Fine leg being back on the rope implies that you'll be bowling a straight line and incentivize the batter to hit in that direction. I don't know that it's not a better option to just have her play in the offside. Finds that line, gets the line wrong again, going down the leg side. So another wide, the 4th wide of the inning so far. So just wanting to make sure here, Saida Hanyazira, that she gets that line in the way that she wants it. The line needs to be on off stump or outside the line of off stump. The first 2 balls here in over number 1, make that over number 1 for her. Over number 8 for the innings have been too straight. Hammered away again. Nobody out there, and that goes for 4 more. Highlighted that area earlier as one that Sainavi Kamala Pali would be aiming at, because mid-on is inside the circle. Outside the power play, you could probably afford to drop at least 1 fielder back in that position, because Sainavi Kamala Pali is very strong in that area. So you're incentivizing her to hit in that direction by having mid-off, make that mid-on inside the circle, and then not bowling a length and a line that would prevent her from hitting in that direction. So all of that to me adds up to trouble unless you get the ball in the right areas. That's a much better line. Oh, trouble here. Run out opportunity, and she got there. Tell you what, that was a bit of miscommunication. And I think Ayesha Singh might consider herself lucky that she wasn't run out there. Not a clean pickup in the covers. That ball easily, had that been picked up cleanly, could have had a run out really from either end, because there was miscommunication between the batters. So they'll want to clean that up, but as of right now, they live to fight another day. 32 runs on the board. This opening partnership growing in the way that it didn't look like it was able to a couple of overs ago. As of right now, the opening partnership scoring at the rate of 4.17. So your projected score is sneaking upward. For a while there, it was down around 80. It's now 107. Actually 104 after that dot ball. We wanted to keep going in that direction. This should be a catch. Oh, nobody knows where it went. Oh my goodness. The closest fielder to it was the keeper, Sahasra Gorla. She went running toward mid-wicket. The ball fell, and she stayed behind the stumps. It would have landed directly in her lap. So no fault of hers. She lost sight of the ball, went in the air. She went running toward mid-wicket, and the ball lands exactly where she would ordinarily have been standing. So that is yet another drop, unfortunately, for the SkyBreakers. A run to boot. This is now the last ball of over number 8. And that is the end of over number 8. 11 runs coming from it, but yet again could have had another wicket. That is the end of over number 8. The score is 33 without loss. Starting over number 9, second one being bowled here by Ria Alok Patel. That length and that line have been spectacular so far from Ria Alok Patel. His last delivery just played into the offside and they run for a quick single. So partnership still unbroken, the opening wicket partnership now worth 34, but it could have been broken on several occasions already. A lot of drops that you've seen. Last dropping over number 7. Ayesha Singh was put down when she was on 10. Coming back for another couple of runs here. Don't know that should have been 2 runs, but you like the commitment running between the wickets by these 2 batters, and you certainly want to take advantage of any opportunities that you've been given. 2 more runs, so the opening partnership building. And there is a bit of a demoralizing feeling among the bowling side when you've had miscues in the field. And I think fewer than 5 drops already. Powered away down the leg side, that's going to run away for 4. Oh, she pounced all over that one. That is excellent batting by Sainavid Kamalapale. The ball again, maybe just a little bit too straight, going into the body of the batter. And Sainavid Kamalapale, who wants to play the ball in that direction. Anything on her legs, on her body, very strong with. Saw that 4 that was struck toward mid-wicket in the previous match, in the previous over. But this one is struck away behind square for yet another 4. So she now, Sainavid Kamalapale, moves up to 24 from 24 with 3 4s. Ayesha Singh 12 from 27 with 1 4. And partnership now just building in a way that you would not like. It's a good delivery, perfect Yorker. In fact, well handled here by Sainavid Kamalapale. Played down the ground for a single. But once again, another expensive, relatively expensive over. 8 from the over already with 2 balls still to come. We've seen evidence that they're trying to break out of the doldrums. 8 from this over. 11 came from over number 8. And a couple of tight overs before that. But I think on balance, we've seen really an acceleration. But that's a good comeback delivery here by Ria Alok Patel. Good past the outside edge. Just 1 ball remaining here in over number 9. Don't know that we'll have a water break. I think the water breaks might be around over number 12, but we'll pay attention to that. 41 runs on the board, 1 ball remaining over number 9. Ooh, cheeky shot. Oh, trouble here. The throw goes to the keeper's end, but she did get there on time. Good response by Sainavid Kamalapale, responding to her partner and ending up taking a single, a relatively easy single in the end. That is obviously a result of good coaching. So that is the end of over number 9. The score is 42 without loss. So 42 runs on the board. Ayesha Singh 13 from 29. Her strike rate is 44. Sainavid Kamalapale, a much healthier strike rate, 25 from 25. It's going to be Captain Sravya Kanamuri to take the ball from the southern end of the ground, bowling to Ayesha Singh. Sravya Kanamuri, right arm, slow bowler, really effective, very difficult to score off of. Let's see what she's able to do here. Tossed up, very slow through the air. It takes an eternity to get to the batter. Let's see whether or not she can restrict the scoring rate that has sort of accelerated in the last several overs. It is now up to 4.67, projected score of 1 17. As I said earlier, I think somewhere between the 130 to 150 mark is what they'd be looking for. Played into the leg side. Single. So the opening partnership again, continuing to build courtesy of some relatively indifferent fielding, and then certainly an aggression on the part of particularly Sana Kamala, who's up now to 26, make that 25 from 25. She will be facing here for the first time, and this will be an interesting matchup. There is a fielder out in deep mid wicket. That's exactly where this ball goes. And diving attempt. That is a good piece of work in the deep. Coming back for the second run. And that is what you want to see. Commitment, running between the wickets, and really a good piece of diving, a good piece of fielding in the deep. That fielder at deep mid wicket, a diving attempt to her left. She's right-handed. She did well to prevent that ball from going over the ropes. A good bit of cricket overall. It does add up to 45 runs on the board now. That opening partnership continuing to build. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is good cricket again. This is what you want to see. So sometimes you can get sort of deceived into thinking that cricket is all about big hits. Sometimes the more subtle parts of the game involve just finding a gap in the field, dropping the ball into that gap and running for singles. So that is, once again, evidence of really good coaching that you've seen. I've mentioned coaching a couple times as it relates to the CovetIT Daredevils. And that is because they have one of the best as their coach. Clint Copeland, out of originally from the Twin Island nation of Trinidad and Tobago. Makes his living out on the West Coast, but is an absolutely established head coach across all levels for a really long time, and his teams generally show evidence of that. Now this, another excellent piece of batting, just dropping the ball into the gaps, finding those gaps, and then taking advantage of them. So a relatively good over, but still 6 runs coming from it. First one bowled by the captain. End of over number 10. Score is 48 without loss. Another coming up, Holly. 29 from 28 to 3-4s. Record across all women's matches, National Women's Cricket League matches for the last several years. 56 matches played, 845 runs, and 50 wickets. So absolutely brilliant stuff from opening batter. Sign out the Kambalapali. It's going to be Ria Patel to continue. Well, 2 overs. The last ball of her previous over she'll want to be a little bit better with. That's a much better delivery. On the stumps, just short of driving length. Played into the offside. They get a single. But once again, you want to make sure that they get the opportunities to get the runs when they present themselves. And then from the bowler standpoint, from the standpoint of Ria Patel, you want to keep the ball in the areas that will allow the batters to be quiet. You don't want to get anything going on the leg side. There's a square leg in position by the umpire, and then nothing behind the square, no fielders behind square. So it is imperative that that line be on the stumps at the straightest, or ideally toward 4th stump, meaning just outside the line of off stump, because there is no margin for error on the leg side. So see whether or not they'll be able to pull that off. And she's done well the first couple of balls here in over number 11. That again is a great delivery. Played into the offside, they'll get a single here. And you've gotten to the position now where that single brings up to 50. So 50 runs is the opening partnership. Without belaboring the point, there have been several opportunities to break this opening partnership, but you certainly have not been as sharp in the field as you would have liked here, the SkyBreakers. So now a 50-run partnership becomes very tricky because you're going to start getting into the part of the innings where the batters coming afterward can start playing with some freedom. And I'm thinking particularly of the captain, Ritu Singh, when she comes into bat. Generally a fearsome striker of the ball anyway, but if she comes in with only a few deliveries remaining, then she can be that much more dangerous. So it's one of the reasons why you want to be able to take advantage of any wicket-taking opportunities, because if you miss out on those opportunities, then you certainly have the opportunity or the situation where you might be conceding more runs than you need to, because the batters coming on later have the more free mindset, and that's where you can get in trouble. So 51 runs on the board, 2 balls remaining here in over number 11. Rohit Patel, 2.4 overs, 14 runs conceded. Just 1 ball remaining here in over number 11. Just 3 runs coming from the over already, so you're just looking to make sure that you eliminate the big shots. Just 4 fours in the innings so far. Ooh, that ball goes down the leg side, and she may consider herself lucky that that only went for a wide, because at that line, or with that line, that is one that gets punished. Talked about earlier the fact that there's nobody in the deep behind the square on the leg side. In fact, nobody at all behind square on the leg side. There's a square leg fielder right by the umpire, and nobody else in that quadrant of the field. So you have to be on off stop. Look at this. Very cheeky. Just uses the pace, runs it down the hill toward the boundary. Just a couple runs. I didn't think it had the legs to go, and it did not go all the way to the boundary. That's a cheeky piece of batting there from Ayushi Singh. She's now up to 18 from 36. Strike rate now up to 50 for her. Strike rate for Sanam Kambalapali 103. That is the end of over number 11. The score is 54 with a loss. So, 50 partnership to open this match. Sana Kambalapali and Ayushi Singh. Shavya Kanamori, captain. And this is lofted over mid-on. And they'll get a single. The fielder running around from mid-wicket is there to clean up. So Shavya Kanamori, first over. Went for 6 runs, conceding a single here to start her second over. In the sense that it's almost less about taking wickets and more about preventing shots like that. But that's not going to stop that big shot over the top of mid-on. powered away for or by Ayesha Singh. That is one of the more impressive shots that you've seen from her. That is her second boundary. But I'll tell you what, that shot had authority all over it. Maybe signaling intent, because her strike rate has been around 50. That shot tells you that she wants to start accelerating beyond that. So the response is there are 3 fielders in the deep, long on, mid wicket, and deep point. I don't know that you don't get another fielder in the deep in that direction. Oh, she knocked her over. I guess you don't need to if you're going to swing and miss at a very slow delivery, and it still got you to the point where it took the top of middle. So the first wicket falls, wanting to repeat the dosage, playing that same direction, and ends up losing her middle stump. So she was very aggressive for the time that she was there, at least the last several deliveries. But she perishes here for 22 from 38, 2 fours. But first, or the fall of the wicket opens the door a little bit here to see whether the SkyBreakers can get back into this game. So here she's saying dismissed, 22, and it appears as though we'll have a short water break as the coaching staff is running onto the field for both teams, and it does look like we'll have that water break. So we'll go silent here for a moment. 1 wicket taken. CovetIT Daredevils, 59 for 1. So the water break is finished. 1 delivery, make that 3 deliveries into over number 12. Fall of the wicket, Ayesha Singh, 22 from 38 balls. And the new batter is going to be Dia Prashant, right-handed batter, joining with Sanavi Kambalapali, who is much more aggressive, 32 from 31 and 3 fours. Solidly in defense here for the first delivery. Strawberry Kanamori is the one who takes the first wicket. You certainly want to make sure as a captain that you lead from the front. supposed to be doing just that, Stradwick and Murray. The offside, gets off the mark here, just pushes it into the covers. So always a good thing to have that number other than 0 that's your name. Change in the field here. Watch the wicket, because that's exactly the area that Sanada Kambalapale was playing shot recently. This is good running, excellent running. You see her just drop the ball into the offside and take off of that single. That single is almost always there with the fielder relatively deep inside the circle. If you play that with soft hands, you get a single every time. 7 runs and a wicket, so successful over from Stradwick and Murray. End of 12, the score is 61 for 1. So change in bowling from the northern end. This is going to be Shiba Reddy Kota. Bowl over number 13.
A bowler name, please. Rishika.
Shiba Reddy Kota, your bowler. Seamer, bowling from the northern end of the ground. So we're bowling here to new batter, Dia Prashant. 1 from 2. Oh, my apologies. This is actually going to be Sanada Kambalapale, who's on strike. So, interesting matchup here. See how Sanada Kambalapale handles this new bowler. Into the offside. Wanted a single, sent back, and I think rightly so. Good clean pickup in the extra cover area. And that's good alert fielding by Sunita Pal. Areas at this point, you're going to want to make sure that you put everything in the area that it needs to be. Next delivery. Short. Ooh, I tell you what, that came very close to being a no ball because it bounced once short and then almost bounced again before it got to the batter. Obviously, a ball that bounces twice before it gets to the batter is by definition a no ball. So she may consider herself lucky there. She already felt like that was not a no ball. It ends up being a dot. Now it's going to be, I believe, a wide. Yep, that is wide signaled by umpire Patel Samuels. So you just want to make sure that you clean up any discrepancies that you have. As of right now, Shiba Reddy Kota starting out well effectively, but she wants to make sure that she gets that line right. See what she does here. Right into the offside. Good looking shot. Just a couple. In fact, just one. Do they want 2? Oh, suicidal. I'll tell you what. A better throw when she would have been out by half the length of the pitch. She might consider herself lucky there, dear Prashant. Ball was not really going. The outside or the grass in the outfield is relatively thick. Plus with the dew, it's going to be slow anyway. And so the fielder tracking across from mid-off got to it, I think, a lot quicker than the batters would have thought. End up getting 2 runs where really that second run should have been not on. I think to pay attention to the rest of the way here. So 3 balls remaining over number 13. Just making sure that she gets that line on that off stump area. It's delivery. Skied. Is it going to fall in no man's land? It does fall in no man's land. Really, that one is not a drop. Nobody could have gotten close to it. Not the most safe of shots, but she gets away with it here. And that's Sainava Kambalapala, who you think would have wanted to make sure that she continues pushing on even with the loss of her partnership now just in its infancy. Came together when the score was 59 for 1, 65 runs now, so partnership worth 6. And this is going to be Dia Prashant on strike. Plays it into the offside. It looks a lot better and a lot more comfortable run that time. Last ball coming up here in over number 13. Almost at the halfway stage. In fact, we'll pass the halfway stage of the innings. The halfway stage would have been at 12 overs and 3 balls. This is a 25 over match. So this is the last ball. 73 balls remaining in the inning, 66 runs on the board. The projected score as of right now, 146. On the leg side, and she wants to actually bowl that one. 4 wides is what you've had so far, but generally speaking, we've had more than 4 wides. I'm going to confirm that as soon as we can, but my goodness, the number of wides, I think, is something that you would have wanted to eliminate. Ooh, I tell you what, it was in the air for a while, gets through the covers, and they will get 2 here. Oh, that easily was a second run. Chose not to go for the second run. And just end up conceding that one single. So end of over number 13. Score is 6-1. So new bowler into the attack. It's going to be Suwasika Eshilarasan. Bowling over number 14. Right armor. Bowling to Sainava Kambalapale, who's on 37 from 37. She slowed down just a little bit after the loss of her opening partner, Aisha Singh. Oh, she will need to fix that line that is powered away into the deep. Good protection there though. So she'll only concede 1 run. I'll tell you what, that was pulled massively, but you're expecting her to hit in that direction. So the strong leg side field is in position. Square leg, mid wicket, and long on, all for Sainava Kambalapale. And certainly, even though that delivery wasn't the best of deliveries, the field was set in such a way that it did not hurt. So Suwasika Eshilarasan. I'm going to learn to say her name properly, I promise. top edge. Keeper quickly with the gloves off. Sahasragorla can't prevent a single though. So a couple of singles to start over number 14. Look at that. The scoring rate has gone up above 6.7. I'll need to double check that. Scoring rate is not above 6, but 14 overs about to be bowled. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a no ball. Bounced twice and it's played down the ground. So that's what we were talking about earlier. The fact that that ball bounced twice before it gets to the batter does mean that by definition it is a no ball. And you have the first free hit of the day coming up here. And Dia will be able to swing for the fences here. Oh, huge swipe and a miss. Had that not been a free hit, there would have been an opportunity for a stumping, but that's by definition again. You can't be out off of those deliveries, of course. Only a limited number of ways that you can be dismissed from a free hit. Those would include the number of dismissals for which the bowler does not get credit. So you can have a run out, you can have, for example, obstructing the field, but the traditional ways of dismissal do not apply under those circumstances. Anyway, let's see what we get done here. This is going to be another no ball, and this one, I believe, bounced off of the pitch. And in fairness, my eyes were off of the play for a second, so not exactly sure why this was a no ball, but it is a no ball, and this is going to be another free hit. So let's see what Dia Prashant can get done here. And this is played right back to the bowler. I tell you what, only a number of ways that you can be out off a free hit, but one of them is a run out. And she might almost have just gotten herself run out there. Sainavi Kambalapali pronounced back his end. So let's see what can happen here. A lot of activity in this over already, but only 4 runs. This is a catchable ball. Oh, she does not come forward at mid-on and ends up conceding a single. In the air long enough that you thought that you might have had the opportunity to complete the catch, but ends up just falling short of her at mid-on. And now with Sainavi Kambalapali back at the on strike, mid-on now drops back to long on. There's a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. And this is pulled into that deep mid-wicket area. In fact, I said deep mid-wicket. It didn't really carry in that direction. We'll get a single. That's the end of over number 14. 6 runs coming from it. Not easy to have an over where you have a couple of no balls, a couple of free hits, and only 6 runs that came from it. So credit to Suwasika Eshilarasan for being able to get control of the over eventually. End of 14, score 74 for 1. 75 for 1. So 76 for 1 after 14. Last. Right back past the bowler. Get a single to start over number 15. Single down the ground, so you've got yourself in a position now where things are happening just a little bit more freedom, partnership building. Not nothing to write home about yet necessarily from an overall number standpoint, but 18 runs is what this two put together, and looking for more. Good delivery here, played off the back foot, no run to backward point. Next delivery. Outside edge, gets past backward point, in fact, gets past the gully. Should not have been a single there, but a misfield there. Ends up with another run. Didn't need necessarily to give up a run there, but short, led to the outside. Tell you what, that was deep enough that they could have had a single had they been committed to it, I would think. Let's see exactly how they're able to do that the rest of the way. Straight again down the ground. 3 balls now remaining in over number 15. So the last 6 to 3 balls coming up in the innings. 7 to 8 runs on the board. So your projected score from here with a scoring rate of 5.3. The projection there is 132. Loopy on the leg side. So at a number of wides. Unofficially 6 wides, but I want to verify that because that may not be exactly accurate. A dot, in fact, a single that ends over number 15, 81 for 1.
Score 80 for 1. 14
Hammered away into the gap. We're into over number 16. Coming back for the second run. Couple runs. And again, just wanting to make sure that they keep this momentum going. Certainly seeing a lot from this pair in the time that they've been together at the wicket. And your opportunities now are going to be really assisted by any extras that you can get, and we've gotten a few extras here from the SkyBreakers. And the gap again. Is it going to run away for 4? Yes, it is. She does get into that area where she's very strong. You can't bowl to her legs. She's very, very strong in that area. And anytime you're able to get the ball in the right areas, you can keep Sanavi Kamalapali quiet. In fact, you can keep exactly. But if you get to the point where you're conceding those types of runs, then essentially get yourself into trouble. Good delivery, tossed up. She allows it to go by without any difficulty. 2 balls remaining here in over number 16. Beautiful leg before, given. So that is a big wicket, slower through the air, and looking to pull it away on the leg side. Sanavi Kambalapali getting down and trying that slog sweep, misses the cross-batted shot and is trapped in front. So the second wicket goes down. 1 ball remaining in over number 16. The score is 87 for 2. So the new batter is in. It's going to be Ritu Singh.
No, batsman.
Ritu Singh is the new batter. And
Repassing.
Sanavi Kambalapali has been dismissed. Dia Prashant, non-striker, 12 from 12. And Ritu Singh, the new batter, the one I talked about earlier, who can, in theory, clear these boundaries with ease. National player.
Who's the batsman?
That is the end of over number 16. The score is 87 for 2.
Dot ball?
Yeah, dot ball.
Yes, I am. Keep it down. Keep it simple. 10 overs.
Yeah, which course is?
So maybe just a little bit of life here into the SkyBreakers as they've taken or sent back both opening batters. Sanavi Kambalapali with a really good innings. 42 from 47, 3 fours. But the dismissal brings Ritu Singh to the crease. Faced 1 delivery already. Talked about her being a national player. Played for the US as recently as this past May against Zimbabwe. And obviously at this level, tremendous player. Very effective holding type of an off spinner. But after what you'll see from her with the bat is power. And I think you'll see that the players, a fielder's straight will go all the way back to the boundary. Because the boundary in this direction, hitting straight, the northern boundary is 46 yards. So it's not very long. It doesn't take much for it to seem to clear this this boundary if she gets into it. Speaking of the dimensions, 46 from the stumps at the non-strikers or at the northern end to the boundary. That's 46 yards. So a 6 from this end would need to travel 68 yards or more. And that's hammered. Ooh, well fielded in the covers. No run. The southern boundary straight is 44. The boundary on the western side of the field. So as you look at the field, to your right is 52 yards and to the east 57 yards. Played in the same direction again, same result, no run. So we're just seeing hitting the ball, it's a good sound coming off the bat, but as of yet has not found the gap in the infield on the offside. So 3 deliveries bowled in this over already. Pulled short mid-wicket, that would have been really difficult, but she does the important thing, keeps the body in front of it. The ball bounced awkwardly, I think hits her in the chest of short mid-wicket. She does well enough to not have the ball get by. In fact, my apologies, it's now 5 balls from this over. Earlier I said 3, I should have said 4. So just 1 run from the over already. For these 3 of these deliveries have been bowled to Rita Singh, so this is good bowling. Pulled away, there is a fielder in the deep diving attempt out there, she cannot get to it. So Rita Singh gets her first boundary of the day, 5 runs coming from the over to include that boundary. End of over number 17, it is 92 for 2. So 92 for 2. Down to the last 8 overs. 48 balls. Batters are Dia Prashant, 13 from 14. Ritu Singh, 4 from 5. Of movement in the field. Just wanted to make sure that you get everyone in the right positions. As umpires will want to be mindful of the fact that the game needs to move along. This is a 25 over max, so 4 hours is about all you have allotted for. Over the top of the cover, that's going to run toward the boundary at the deep cover, and it gets there now. Full toss. Not the best of deliveries that time bowled from Shiva Reddy-Kota. And she wants to get that ball to pitch. Obviously it makes a lot more difference when the ball pitches. My apologies, I got the name of the bowler wrong. That is Suasika Larasan. Starts up with the full toss that is good for. Tipping around the corner here. She'll get at least 1. Keep herself. Sahasra Gorla is the one who does the work from behind the stumps to limit the damage to 1 run. So starting out with that big hit for 4 and conceding a single on the second ball. So there is an opportunity, I think, to clean things up a little bit here for the SkyBreakers. And you do not want to make a mistake with it to sing. Very strong all around the field, but particularly to that mid-wicket area. Oh, look at that shot down the ground. The first 6 of the match. That ball traveled some distance. And so, talked about the length of the boundary out there. South, 44 yards. Add the 22 for the pitch. And that is 66 yards minimum needed. And that ball landed probably 15 yards past the rope. So you're probably talking about an 80-yard hit there by Ritu Singh. And that is tremendous. That is what she's known for. Absolutely power pack player. And if you get the ball in her arc, that is what she can do. So you're going to want to get this ball short of driving length. Cannot be full enough for her to just play through the line. 100 up with that shot, by the way. And it's helped around the corner for a single. Not the best of delivers, but certainly provides you more options to cut off the big shot than the one that lands in the slot for Ritu Singh, because those she can be really murderous on. So that 100 comes up. The score now 104. 2 make that 4 delivers into over number 18. So you're at the point now. You're down to the last 44 balls. This is very wide and signaled wide by umpire Noel Varghese. And it is the part of the innings where, in theory, things could get away from you if you're not careful. 105 runs on the board, the projected score for 147. Oh my goodness, pulled away. There is a fielder at deep mid-wicket. That type of a delivery is one that will go the distance if it is both Ritu Singh, because again, we talked about how strong she is hitting down the field or down the ground, but also very, very strong through mid-wicket. So that length, that ball has to be full enough that she can't pull it, but short enough that she can't drive it. Oh no. That is going to be a no ball. It's skied in the air for a couple of runs. Ritu Singh is going to be back on strike for a free hit. So we've seen a number of different types of no balls in this match so far. We've run 2 in addition to this now being a no ball. So this is now going to be the free hit. This is a no ball because of the fact that it was a full toss above waist height. It's hammered down the ground for 6 and it's another no ball. Oh my goodness. So things are going to really get out of control here. So you have the 6 and it is another no ball. 24 from the over already, and it can get much, much worse because Ritu Singh is still on strike and she still gets to face a free hit. Huge over already. And let's see what you can have done here, because those, again, full tosses that get to the batter above waist height by definition are no ball. You've seen a couple of different types of no balls in this match already. That's a full toss no ball. You already saw the ball bouncing twice before it got to the batter. That's also no ball. But here is another free hit, and that is 6 more. Absolutely brutal. Full toss yet again, and you get all of 30 runs from over number 18. Brutal striking from Ritu Singh, and the score now goes up to 122 for 2.
Over.
Also, der Abgrund.
So a monster over that one. 122 for 2 is the score. Still another 7 overs remaining in this innings.
Bowler name is
So Sumedha Pal is now going to be asked to pull things back. Sumedha Pal facing, for the moment, Dia Prashant. That is going to be another no ball. It has to be, because that bounced twice. Yep, there's a signal from the umpire. So the wicket was knocked back, but the ball bounced twice. You've seen that happen probably 3 times already today. So yet another no ball, yet another free hit. And the wheels are sort of coming off here for the SkyBreakers. The disciplines have not quite been what they needed to have been for the last several overs, and now in this over, and in fact in the last couple of overs, things have really gone from bad to worse. Can't move or can't change the field because the same batter is on strike. So you're going to have to bowl a free hit here with mid-on and mid-off inside the circle. So all sorts of room down the ground here if you choose to go in that direction. In the air, that's going to clear mid-wicket. They should just get 1, I believe. They do get 1. And now that brings Ritu Singh back on strike. Ritu Singh has only faced a couple of delivers from this over, from this end rather. She's already up to 25 from 10 with 1, 4, and 3 huge sixes. One of which I estimated at 80 yards. Down the ground, that's a lovely strike. Good work by mid-off to get over and prevent that from going to the ropes. That's a good piece of fielding, that is. Rishika Santos Kumar. If you concede singles to Ritu Singh, especially at this stage of the innings, you can probably consider yourself lucky. Again, a tremendous striker of the ball. You've seen evidence of that before. And if she can be kept quiet, then that's certainly to your advantage. Quick single taken here. Ritu Singh herself is the one who called for that single, so you want to make sure you get opportunities to take care of when you sense that you can score big. In the meantime, partnership now worth 38, and 30 of that coming from 1 over. So defended back to the ball in the run. It's a good piece of bowling. Just wanting to make sure you get everything in the right area. Sumedha Pal, who I think has a very steep hill to climb here, but somebody coming in for her spell opening the day with the ball, bowling to Ritu Singh. Oh, look at that shot. Where did that end up? What an absolutely stunning shot over wide, long on, really more mid-wicket. But that is her 4th 6, Ritu Singh. That does not get any better than that. Not slogging, just clean striking. And that was yet another stroke that signaled that this is a national level player that we're talking about, an international caliber player, I should say, because obviously you see her playing against the likes of Zimbabwe and several other countries recently. And if you get it wrong, if it's too straight, if it's too full, she can absolutely destroy you. Last ball coming up here. Tell you what, it was just short of the length that she wanted. Ritu Singh ends up playing a simple shot down the ground, but it was like she could have gotten more out of that if she wanted to. 11 coming from over 19. Scores 133 for 2. The last 6 overs coming up. 133 for 2. Ritu Singh 32 from 13. Raced to 32. And
133.
already, in fact, my apologies, 33 from 14, 1 4 and 4 6s. So only plays 14 balls, but is already the highest or second highest score to Sai Navikambalapali, 42 from 47. And now going into the last 6 overs, the last 36 balls. You know that Ritu Singh has full license here. It's going to be Rishika Santosh Kumar, who is a bowler coming from the southern end, and again bowling to Ritu Singh. Full leverage is what you expect from her here. Long on in position, deep mid wicket in position, long off in position. Interesting. Maybe not quite there for the cross-batted shot, so she pays it respect. And here you see her rehearse the pull over mid-wicket, because I think if she gets that same ball again, that's probably the direction she'll be going with it. Oh, no ball. It has to be. Indication by the umpires from our vantage point that looked like it bounced twice yet again, but umpire Petal Samuels thinks that it was played just before it bounced, so she may consider herself lucky there, Rishika Kumar. 2 dots to start over number 20. This is good going so far, but you have a long way to go, and that's why it's going to be hard. That's pulled away. How far did that go? Lands just maybe a foot before the ropes at deep in the wicket. Ritu Singh now up to 37. And again, just getting started. Just getting warmed up is what I should say. And you get the sense that she can go much, much further than that. 37 runs on the board. 33 balls remaining. If she stays there, score around the range of 170, 180 is not out of the question. So let's see what she can do here the rest of the way. Short and hammered, and carries over the top for 6. And she now goes into the lead in terms of aggregate score for the innings. Ritu Singh now up to 43 from 18 balls, 2 4s, and now 5 6s. And it was still 2 balls to go here in over number 20. She is not done yet. So there's not a lot that you can do to a batter who is in this frame of mind. But I think what you can do is ask her to hit your good balls. Anything that is dragged down like this, dragging it down too short, that presents scoring opportunities on the leg side. Anything that's too full presents scoring opportunities down the ground. So you either go very, very full, like low full toss, Yorker length, or you keep it at a length that does not allow her to drive you down the ground, yet doesn't allow her to play the cross-batted shot. So those are the options. Anything else, you get the sense that Ritu Singh is more than capable of inflicting much damage. That is a no ball and 6. Oh, is it 6? No. In fact, it does carry over the rope for 6, I believe. Indication from the fielder hasn't come quite yet. Okay, so indication is that it's a 4, but this will be free hit. Once again, you see another opportunity to cash in. Ritu Singh now up to 47. That is a wide, and so it will remain a free hit. You can see the wide, you can see the free hit. Ritu Singh very forlornly running that single because she realizes that she does not get to be the beneficiary of what is still going to be a no ball. This next delivery obviously a free hit delivery has to be a legal ball. So if it's a wide, the next one is still a free hit. And the runs absolutely flowing at the moment. 2 straight and put away, going down the leg side for 4. So this is going to be a truly, truly expensive period of play here for the SkyBreakers. 20 runs from the over, still with 1 to come. That brings up the 150, by the way, on that shot. Let's see exactly what we can have happen from this last ball. Richka Santos Kumar. Cut away, nobody out there. Very thick outfield, so the ball won't get to the fence, or to the rope rather. But they'll get a couple more runs. And that does mean that Ritu Singh will be on strike to start over number 21. And yet another expensive over. Unofficially for me, 22 runs coming from it. Confirm that as soon as we can, but the score is 156 for 2. So 156 for 2, and we didn't acknowledge it when it came up. Partnership has raced along to 69. This pair have not been together very long, but Ritu Singh 47 from 19, 3 4s and 5 6s. She is now on strike. Dia Prashant 27 from 22. All the attention is now going to be on Ritu Singh. 3 runs away from a milestone. Nobody in the deep on the offside. There's long, I make that on square on the offside. There's long off. And that's the only person in the deep on the offside. Then there's long on. There's deep in the wickets. Look out here. So you're expecting her to go straight up ground. There's protection in the deep, but again, the boundaries are not very big. It's only 44 yards from the stumps at the northern end to the rope. So a 60-yard hit, 65-yard hit from here carries over the rope for 6. And she's more than capable of doing that. That's smashed. Thick outfield grass, so it won't get to the boundary. That's 2 more runs to Ritu Singh, up to 49. Oh, 1 run short. She's at 48. So in her eagerness to get back on strike, Ritu Singh obviously not grounding her bat behind
Easier for me to go right.
behind the rope. Behind the rope, apologies, behind the crease at the non-striker's end. So still 2 runs away from her milestone. Sky, this might just be over the head of the fielder, the cover. They get 1, come back for the second. And that is 50 for Ritu Singh. Excellent batting by the captain. And again, not done yet. You still have another 28 balls to go in this innings. But she has the ability to accelerate well past that 50 mark. With 28 balls, let's assume she faces half of those. If she bats all the way through, it would not be unheard of for her to get something in the 80s or beyond. So let's see exactly how she can go here. Still back on strike. That is going to be a no ball. Smashed over cover for 4. And the free hit coming up. Oh, this is going from bad to worse for the SkyBreakers. You like the decision of having chosen to bowl first under the conditions this morning, but after a really economical start with the ball, they've sort of lost the plot in the last several overs. And this is going to be yet another free hit. generated by yet another no ball. Let's see what we can get done here, but my goodness, this is going to be very tricky. Laid down the ground, I'll tell you what. It was very close to being another no ball from bouncing twice, but ends up just conceding that single. So, I guess it could have been worse. He certainly could have had something worse off of that free hit. And the advantage here is that the single is no longer on strike. 3 balls remaining here over number 21. They'll get 1. That's all they'll need to sing back on strike to face the last 2 balls here and over number 21. 26 balls remaining in the innings. Oh, huge swipe and a miss. Last ball coming up here and over number 21. Opportunity is there to score runs. Relatively small ground and a power packed player. These all add up to serious opportunity for a big score. Let's see what happens on this last ball. Hammered away. 1 bounce for 4. Ritu Singh continues along her merry way. That is 14 from over number 21. And I believe that's the end of the over. No signal here from the umpires. Yep, there's a signal. Umpire Pito Samuels hands the cap back to Sumeda Powell. End of over number 21. The score is 170 for 2.
Four more overs to go.
$170 for 2. Sumeda Powell, 2 overs, 25. Kushika Santos Kumar, 1 over, 23. Ooh, very full. And what happens here? It's just a dot ball. Just thought for a second that might have pitched off of the pitch. But in any event, it's going to be a dot, precious dot to start over number 22. Down to the last 23 balls in the innings. Outside edge, running away down the hill, should get 2 or no. Ritu Singh wants some of this. So just a single. 22 balls remaining in the innings, but more to the point, you want to see Ritu Singh again pick that gap between long on and mid wicket. Scores very heavily in that area. Again, not much margin for error. If it's too full, she plays straight. If it is in her arc, she can hit it a mile. Be careful here. Short, pulled away to square leg. On balance, that's not the worst delivery that you can bowl given the situation and given the field. Straight boundaries are very short, square boundaries are longer. The boundary to the east where the ball just went is 57 yards, so it's the largest of all the boundaries. toss again. And this one is going to be a wide. She got away with it there just for a second, I think. Wanted to see whether or not that landed off of the pitch. If it lands off the pitch by definition, that's a no ball. This one landed on the pitch, but just outside the guy line. He's wide. Skied, and this is catchable. Have to take this. No, didn't come close. Get another drop. Had a number of them in this innings. Saw them wide for certainly 19 extras would be an indication that you're not quite exactly holding the way you need to hold into the gap. Should be 2 runs. Back for the second run here. Took a while to decide to go back for that second run, but ultimately did it without any concern whatsoever. 2 balls remaining, in fact 1 ball remaining here in over number 22. Sliced away. It's gonna be 4 more, 2 more rather, slowing down, won't get to the rope. So who is going to bowl? Into over number 23. So options here are a little bit tricky.
But you see them, we don't have the people. USB see them.
Samita to continue. Samita bowling here to Dia Prashant. 30 from 26 to 3/4s. Gone. Success with the first delivery. Goes past the outside edge. And Dia Prashant overbalancing, reaching forward, and a clean stumping effected there by Sahasra Gorla. So good piece of work with the bat. Partnership is broken, but the partnership did much damage. 89 is what it was worth at the end of this partnership, with just a small matter of 18, make that 17 runs remaining in the innings. Scored 178 for 3. So the new batter, Giovanna Arras. Giovanna Arras, also national level player. Also, you saw her play. I say national, she's an international player. Played against the Zimbabweans in Dallas a few months ago, May to be specific. Giovanna Arras, known probably more as a brilliant fast bowler, but coming in this instance, down the order with only 17 balls remaining. Essentially, you have a certain amount of license. You expect that you'll be able to take advantage of that opportunity here. Giovanna Arras is a left-handed batter, so deep mid-wicket on the leg side is in position. Let's see exactly what she can get done here. Success from the very first ball is over for Samira Powell. Let's see what she can keep going with. Played into the offside, quick single. Commitment to running between the wickets is something that has been very impressive for the entirety of the CovetIT Daredevils innings. And that single does bring Ritu Singh back on strike. So let's see exactly what we can see from the captain, who is extremely aggressive, has full license. Short, I'll tell you what, cramped her a little bit for room. She wanted to go square, ended up going straight down the ground. Effectively becomes a good delivery. I don't know that you want to keep bowling that length to Singh, because not pacey enough a delivery to be able to trouble a good batter like Ritu Singh. And to Javana Rasa. Now the left-hand right-hand combination is something that you have to pay attention to, because field obviously needing to change every time an odd number front scores. Oh, I'll tell you what happened here. Did she chop on? Yes, she did chop on. It was very close again to being another no ball for bouncing twice, but it actually came off of the bottom edge of Javana Ross's bat onto the stumps. So she may just consider herself unlucky there, Javana Ross. It was the type of delivery that wanted to go big down the ground. At second bounce, or at least it was close to a second bounce. Not exactly bouncing a second time, but not the type of delivery that you can score off of easily. That is unfortunate for Javana Ross. She's dismissed for just one. And from 2 balls faced, the score is 180 for 4. So 180 on the board. Oh, great length on that delivery, but it's going to end up costing them a bye. In fact, no signal from umpire Petal Samuel, so that obviously came off of the edge. Pretty good delay here. Petal Samuels. $80 for 4. I think umpire Samuels is ready. Ground, 1 bounce to mid off. That effectively is about the best thing that can happen under these circumstances at this stage of the innings. We're through over number 23. Last two coming up. 182 for 4 on the board. Your batters are Ritu Singh, 66 from 30. Lasya Bandaru, 1 from 1. Ritu Singh back on strike here. Saida Niazera back into the attack. Clipped to square leg. I've just got 1. Again, at this stage of the innings, with this batter, that's about the best thing that you can have happen. You're able to keep her quiet, get her off strike, get the new batter back in. Lasya Bandaru is a good cricketer, but certainly hasn't been at the wicket long enough to present the threat that Ritu Singh does. Down to the last 11 balls of the innings. Oh, I wanted to pull this away. Can't get it to go far enough away to get a single there. So end up with a dot ball. A dot ball is a really precious thing at this stage of the innings. Already a big 183 on the board. It wasn't that long ago that we're talking about the fact that a score between 130 and 150 would be what they'd be aiming at. Now at this stage, they'd almost be disappointed by not scoring 200 runs. It's going to be a wide signal here by Noel Varghese. So things certainly starting to become a little bit more difficult, a little bit more tricky. The back foot. Oh, took off relatively late for that Ritu Singh. She eventually gets there. So you're down to the last 9 balls. Ritu Singh 67 runs to her name. Can get into the 80s. I think that would be the aim. Tapped her on the corner. Playing it easy for now though. Just a single here. Options for scoring quick runs appear to have dried up at the moment. Some of that obviously is a credit that goes to the bowler. Those 2 delivers have been very much aimed at not allowing the big shot to be played. Let's see what happens in these last 2 balls though. Wrapped on the pad, they will run through for a single. Noel Varghese here. Does a no ball, so that is off of the pad. No ball. Sorry, it's a leg by. I'm not sure why I said no ball. Maybe because we've had so many no balls. I should have said leg by. Varghese signaling as the leg by. Last ball coming up here over number 24 to Ritu Singh. Oh, knocked her over, but is this going to be a no ball? It is not a no ball. That second bounce came after it passed the batter, but before it got to the stumps. So that makes it a legal delivery, and Ritu Singh misses the cross-batted shot and is bowled. So her day with the bat is done, 68 from 33, but she did a whole lot of damage while she was there. And that would put you, I think, in a better position than you would have otherwise, but you're still in a lot of trouble here with the SkyBreakers. Wicket number 5 goes down, 187 on the board. So 187 on the board. Probably 200 is not on the cards with the dismissal of Ritu Singh. Going into the last over. Last over to be bowled by Arabi Pachwa. Obviously, the last over here, they're looking to run on just about anything. And you saw evidence here that she wants to do that.
Bowler name is Arui.
Last 5 deliveries of the innings. Slower delivery, locked it in the air. There's a fielder out there. Oh, misfield. Good effort to pull it back though, but they'll get 2. Do they get 3? No. So a couple of doubles to start over number 25. Last 4 balls in the over coming up. Last 4 balls in the innings coming up. Batters are Lasia Bandaru, Samandi Moriki, away with this. That ball is under all of the different moving parts, under all of the things that have happened so far. I think you're satisfied with where you are. CovetIT Daredevils, after having started very, very sedately. 1 run from the first over, 2 from the second, 2 from the third. But really well here. So the last 4 balls, take a little bit of time to go through these last 4. Sorry, last 2. Very full, playing the outside. Last ball coming up. And then 93 runs on the board. That was his last ball. Knocked her over. So the innings ends in a relatively, let's call it, anticlimactic fashion. For a moment, I thought that Ritu Singh had the opportunity to go on and put a big score on the board, or at least a triple-digit score on the board. But never mind that, because the damage has already been done. It is a monster 193 on the board. Looking at the full scorecard, I think the story will be told by 2 batters. First, Sanavi Kambalapali, 42 from 47. And Ritu Singh, 68 from 33. Those 3 2 destroyers at the bat. 22 from Ayush Singh, Dear Prasad chipping in with 30. Single-digit scores for Javana Ras, Lasia Bandaru, Samandi Muriki. Bowlers, I thought, started out well, but then fell apart toward the end. Of all the bowlers who took 1 wicket, that will include Rohit Patwa, Saida Hania Zera, Sravya Kaluri, Swasika Izilarasan, and Sumeda Pal. Those are all the bowlers who've taken wickets, but they were relatively expensive toward the back end of the innings. So 193 is what you end up with. So a short break for us here in the commentary area. We'll see whether or not the SkyBreakers can chase that 194. Silent here for a bit. We'll see you soon.
Alright, how many you have done?
Anything break, water.
Look,
Careful.
No, I'm not the scorer.
oh,
How much?
yeah.
Yeah, hurry,
Good.
score it.
What they asking me? How much?
How much out?
6. Not thinking.
Man, you making us work out here. Shoot, at least raise your hands and say hi.
How much time for break?
Learning.
Is it 10 minutes? 10 minutes.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
That's what they sent to us. Am I right?
Yeah.
10.
35.
10.
All right.
11:35.
yes.
So we good?
Yeah, man, of course.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I can do that. You have the link for this, right? Could you send it to me? Yeah.
You want to watch yourself?
No, one of my friends in Uganda.
Stop lying. You want to watch yourself?
No. I don't really know. I should, because when I go on this exchange program, I should be all right. So
All right.
I need
So
to get
this
it.
is a YouTube live or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, yes.
Yes. You still have my number?
That's the question. Watch it now. Watch it. Let me see. Watch it. Hold on, man. Hold on.
It's okay. I had no friends drop me and pick me up.
Hold on. First of all, I type in better and nothing come up. So
It's been it forever. Sugar plum. Let me give you the number.
Hold on.
You have a clear day to work though.
Yeah, man, of course. What number?
404-629-7616.
How about all this number?
Well, this is a new number, but me, you
that's
want talk forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. How your sons doing?
I'm good enough.
They're good?
Yeah, man.
Still playing football?
Two of them playing football. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Awesome.
What you got? That's the cold jab भाई पैर पावर दिला के दिया. Come today. Nice day.
बहुत बोला ऐसे last 20 minutes थी. Seriously. Chit chat.
My estimates, and I said this on air, that went 80 yards.
Yeah, I went straight in the bush.
The second one. Well, the first one was 80. Well, then the second, there's the second free hit.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them went straight in the bush. So like, she was bullying it all yogurt, so I thought if I stand up, I'd make it. But then she pulled it short, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's like all the way out there. I got it.
Looking at it live, I thought it wasn't on the middle. I thought it bounced. It did bounce right after it bounced. Because it bounced twice.
I was like way outside my tree, so it bounced there and it bounced there.
Oh, okay. So it bounced there, and bounced there, and then, okay, gotcha.
But there was one no ball that I think we did.
Yeah.
I like waited for it to bounce back, and then I drove it. But then it's like,
Videos on something, right?
both lost. I thought my mouth was gonna start foaming because of the sun.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive.
What do you think of that? Wait, Tommy, did it get stuck in your braces? It's a little bit. Because like this one, it like started good and then progressively got worse. But then Coach Clint said it was like, it was not the pitch, it was more like the bowling. What? Even though the boxes are bigger, it's like easy. Hug your mouth. Yeah, they I don't see what the problem is eating soap. Doesn't it go in your mouth when you're like... No. Yeah, it's just... I bet eating soap. Okay, guys. What are you doing? Bro, what? I thought we were over that big. She's cool. Wait, how do you do that? Show her up. This is our third. Yeah.
उनके साथ उनका बात है
What is that? Where's Coach?
I can score if you want. If nobody's there, I can score if you're what. Check, yeah, I can score.
Then he won't let it go now. No, do the streak of long. That's the tiger. Okay. I missed that. I did just
Hello, mic testing. came up like 30 seconds. That's the way. Sometimes you like turn off.
No. Then when it starts, you score but start really hard. You're good at scoring?
Huh?
Scoring you're fine?
No, I'm not good.
No, in the sense you're trying scoring, right? You're fine. If you need help, let me know.
Yeah, I was waiting for the other team. Someone can help me score. Is anyone from the other team?
This team's
CovetIT.
CovetIT, Daredevils.
Daredevils.
I'm here.
We're here, so. I think that's messing up.
You have to fix up the years quickly that it's then it's over.
You can use his phone to.
They are going to fix one score. One of the players got out, she had a boundary and the boundary was another person. She was close to 50. So
No, I have requested our team to be scoring. They are doing, so
these 3 runs and because she was batting.
do you know how to score? How to
Yeah. So this whole over was Samuel. But this score was definitely worse.
I think after the innings over, we can fix it. Is what this was.
Then you'll go on the edit. And then you take the switch over. This is over number 60.
You're fine. You're fine, Joshita. I'll tell you if you're in front.
I love what I just heard. Love what I just heard. He said the camera is there for you. You're not there for the camera. Welcome back to the Primavera Cricket Complex in Rydell, Georgia.
We are not ready yet.
National Women's Cricket League 2025 Stride Atlanta Women's Open.
We are good now. We can start.
Sahasra Gorla and Shiba Redikota are at the wicket and they'll be looking to overhaul a target of 194. A steep ask. That 194 is courtesy of a brilliant innings by the captain of CovetIT Daredevils, Ritu Singh. The action straight off the bat. The Lasya Bandaru, who's taking up the ball from the southern end.
Bowler is the Sami Javid.
Okay, apologies. Sandy Javia is a bowler coming from the southern end. Full toss and off of the pitch, not quite off the pitch, but it lands far enough outside that it would be considered as a wide. If you have those types of runs that you're defending, your main target is just, or your main objective, is get the ball in the right areas. Get the ball landing on the pitch, make the batters do the work. Spray the ball around the place, you give them extras, they start believing, and then you get in trouble. But if you have them play it off of the pitch, then that is to your advantage. Just play it well off the back foot towards the boundary. The thick grass out there means that they'll only get 2. And look at that throw from the outfield, by the way. That strong throw. The outfield out there on the western side of the ground. It's not exactly a small boundary. That is 52 yards. And it carried on one bounce to the bowler's end. So good work by the fielder. A couple of runs to start the day with the bat for Sahasragora. Next delivery. That is yet another wide. So you want to clean these up. You want to make sure that, again, the batters do the work off of the pitch and make them be the ones who have to come and get you. You don't ever want to put yourself in a position where you're giving them free runs. Target 194. So scoring at that rate, you need to be scoring at the rate of 7+ and over. Slapped into the covers. Good piece of fielding. Try at the non-striker's end. Just keep those fielders sharp. But I think more so known for her exploits with the ball in hand, Giovanna Arras, international level player. As I said earlier,